Hello, my name is Mark Boice with Shiftless, SoCal, California, and welcome to Rides and Wrecks. Well, you know what? This car was in a wreck, but we're putting the Jimmy Meyer front suspension in this thing. We cut off our front suspension, we wheeled it on out, we actually stuffed our little Jimmy Meyer right in here. When you do this, you need to look down the tube. Sometimes there's little tabs hanging out. You got to get in there and either bend them up or Dremel and get them all in there. Clean up the inside edges so it slides in there easier. And it really isn't easier. It's actually kind of a little fight at first, but then once you get it in, nice and easy. Now we're getting ready to triangulate and make sure that this thing is square to the frame. We actually welded on some foot pegs on the underneath of the frame. After we're done, we'll just cut those off. We wanted to make sure we took all of our measurements from before. We need to have our bumper brackets at 12.5 to our centers. We have to have a certain distance from our center line to our mounts right here. We triangulated here. We want to cross-reference. We're going to cross-reference to the back to the front. We want to make sure that this thing is really nice and straight along the frame rails and we have the proper height before we do any welding. Let's get started. So before we started to insert our Jimmy Meyer suspension front frame rails here, we actually took from the back end of the frame rail forward and marked 4 inches. That's what they're calling out. So with 4 inches, marked it on the bottom, marked it on the side, we need to see where we need to be. Then we shoved it in. The next call out they're calling for is from this brace, which is actually the back of the body mount on both sides. They're calling out a 32.25 right here. And it looks like it's the front edge of this is where they're getting their numbers, because when we're at 4 on these positions, it is like it's 32.25. So that's what they're calling out. That's where we're at right now. The most important thing to do now is to make sure that our triangulation is right. If you have it a little bit this way or that way, it could be a real mess when you get done. We want to measure our center lines. They actually have their center lines marked off, but we always want to make sure that they got theirs good also. We have 26 on this side. And we have 26 on this side. So we're good there. Now we want to take our center line and go to the front mount. There's a little hole there. We're going to use that as our starting point. We're going to go at that hole. And I have 14.75. We're going to check it over here, make sure that we're close. And we're at 14.75. So we're good from our frame rails out. We have our measurement here and here outside is good. So we should probably be close to our triangulation. I like to go here first and check. We're at 57.5. This one here, we're at 57.5. That's pretty good so far. We actually have to measure and make sure that our center line is here for our bumper. It's 12.5, which is where we want to be when we started. What we've done is we've actually taken wood blocks, sometimes cardboard, to get this up and down. As you stuff this rail in, it'll go up and down. You have to make sure that this rail is in the proper place before you start actually taking your measurements, because if you do your measurements there and this is wrong, once you change this, everything's wrong. Now let's do a further triangulation. So now there's 2 holes on each side of the frame. We want to measure from those. So over here is 66.75. Now we need to go from the other side over. So we measure from this point to this point, we now have 67.125. So what we need to do is we need to pull this frame rail over, which will move this side. It'll make this side shorter and this side longer. So let's go ahead. It won't take much. It's not welded in. Whoop, see there? It's really sensitive. Make sure it's down. Make sure we still have our 12.5 center. Everything's good. Let's go back. So now I'm at 67. And I'm on 67 here also. What we're going to do is we'll tack it in place on the outside edges and check it again. Okay, now that we have our subframe tacked, corners, there's one on the bottom, a couple on the sides right here. What we're going to do next is we actually pie cut this area. We do it 4 inches because we know that the Jim Meyer subframe goes in 4 inches, so we can catch most of the frame when we go to weld this closed. So we'll just push this down, we'll weld it, we'll push this in, weld it, we'll finish our welds there. Then we can come back and clean the top of it, put a V in it, and grind it. My name is Mark, and I want to thank you for watching Rides and Wrecks. And we've taken this wreck and we made it a really nice classic. Remember to subscribe to our channel for some really cool tips, tricks, and other.